Hello, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to Lithuania. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup European Qualifiers. Group F, we are in Vilnius, the Avia Solutions Group Arena, and it's the battle between Lithuania and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Well, if the game tonight is half as good as the clash between these two teams a few days ago, it will be a barn burner. That game won by just 1 point by Lithuania in Tuzla, Bosnia and Herzegovina. You can see the standings. Lithuania up at the top, Bosnia and Herzegovina also in second place. And you can see also that Bulgaria will be in action tonight against the Czech Republic. So just to be clear, the record right now, Lithuania 3-0 up at the top, Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-1, Bulgaria 1-2, and the Czech Republic 0-3. And as Bosnia and Herzegovina come out tonight, they could end up clinching a spot in the second round tonight. And Lithuania will definitely clinch a spot if they beat Vedran Bosnic's Bosnia and Herzegovina team for the second time, or if Bulgaria beat the Czech Republic later. Bosnia and Herzegovina would qualify for the second round with a win if Bulgaria beat the Czech Republic. But no matter what happens, even for the rest of the first round, what is crucial, and all the players and all the teams know this, and most of the fans, but it is crucial to know that every game is important. And the reason why, wins carry over into the second round. So, in other words, your standing will be impacted by all of the wins that you get in the first round. Now, there will be eventually 12 teams clinching their spots from Europe in the 32-team FIBA Basketball World Cup, which will be staged next year in Indonesia, in Japan, and the Philippines. And that is not an event that certainly a powerhouse like Lithuania want to miss. And it's also not an event that you have to say a rising country like Bosnia and Herzegovina would want to miss. They have definitely been playing great basketball, and it took what I would think is almost an extraordinary effort for Lithuania to beat them the other night. But right now, we will have the national anthems, first with Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Remain standing for the national anthem of Lithuania. Pristatome šių rungtynių teisėjus. Italy, Luis Castillo, Spain.
Well, the national anthems have been played. Bosnic, veteran Bosnic, goes over and hugs some of the people, the coach, or some of the people from Lithuania. I'm not sure exactly who he was hugging there, but anyway, the referees, Saverio Lanzarini, Luis Castillo, and Karsten Straube from Italy, Spain, and Germany, respectfully Lanzarini in the middle. And he will be the crew chief. And we will have a look at the rosters and starting fives for both teams. Bosnia and Herzegovina, they played with a lot of heart and passion the other night, just could not overcome a Lithuania team that was maybe just had a little bit too much experience or self-belief. I mean, it was something else. It was a great basketball game, and Bosnia and Herzegovina tonight will start with Aiden Adic, Amar Gegic, Kenan Kamenjas, and Janan Musa and Emir Sulemanovic. And then coming off the bench tonight will be Sevcic, Kampara, Penava, Lazic, and Rabac. And there is veteran Bosnic, former point guard back in the day, and doing a great job in the coaching profession. Remember, he has also coached Sweden's national team in the European qualifiers, but that was the last European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 that was staged in China. Kazis Maxvidas, well, his team had to withstand a charged-up atmosphere and a great start for Bosnia and Herzegovina the other night. They're going to start with Regimantas Neniotas, Laurinius Berutas, Vitinis Zauskas, Tomas Dimsa, and Arnas Budkavicius, and Velitska Normantas, Davidas Galius tonight. Ratsavicius, Ekodas, Girdzionis, and Sajas coming off the bench. So there is Maxvidas. And you probably noticed that one of his assistants is Kestas Kanzura, former Lithuania coach, also the former Latvia coach, but better known for his time at the helm of Lithuania when they finished third at the World Cup in Istanbul in 2010.
Bosnia and Herzegovina, number 5, Edinatic, number 9, Amar Gegic, number 11, Kenan Kamenjas, number 13, Janan Musa, number 22, Emir Sulemanovic. Starteris Lietuvos 5, numeris 10, Regimantas Minutas, numeris 11, Laurynas Birutis, numeris 30, Vytenis Čižauskas, numeris 33, Tomas Dimša.
So the fans gearing up for a big game tonight. And an exciting game at that. It's always a big game when Lithuania are at home. So we're going to have a minute of silence before the game to honor, to pay the respect to the victims of the current events in Ukraine.
Слава Україні!
That was quite a emotional tribute to the people of Ukraine. Lithuanian fans holding up the Ukrainian flags. Well, good evening, everybody. In the charged atmosphere of Vilnius, this is Lithuania taking on Bosnia and Herzegovina. And again, Lithuania winning the first game between these two teams a few nights ago by 1 point. A great game to go top of the group. Now, Lithuania, they win tonight. They will clinch a spot in the second round. If they lose, they could still clinch a spot in the second round if other results go their way, if Bulgaria beat the Czech Republic. But of course, as we said, all games are important in the first round. They need to keep winning because they carry over into the second round. And Lithuania is staying with it and getting the first basket with Qualifiers. Of course, Bosnia and Herzegovina could also clinch a spot in the second round tonight with a win, but only if Bulgaria beat Czech Republic. Czech Republic off to an 0-3 start. We've had some tough luck. And now the turnover. And Lithuania out and running. Nice bounce pass. Laurinis Barutas. And a little bit of frustration for the coach, Vedran Bosnic. Now again, here they come. And Lithuania off to a quick 6-0 lead. And you wonder if Bosnic has attempted to get a timeout. Sulemanovic. Well, that will come as a great relief to Bosnia and Herzegovina. They played from behind for much of the night the other night, and you don't like to always keep playing from behind, certainly not against a team like Lithuania. And quick pass down low. Miniotis has been really good for Lithuania. I thought he played well in the first meeting. That was Lazic that missed that shot, and Brutus. Lithuania really turning on all cylinders. Remember, they've only lost one game in the European qualifiers in their European qualifiers history. I'm pretty sure Bosnic will get a timeout if Lithuania score here. Oh, good hands by Musa to knock it away. Sulemanovic on the break. Zauskas, his pass intercepted, and Musa fouled by Qualifiers, who stepped in front of him. The behind the back is what saved him there. Qualifiers has just been terrific. He was great. He was solid in the last European qualifiers, but he's really kind of gone from being a bit part player to a much more important player, almost a leader, in fact. Now he's going to go out. Of course, no Miralem Halilovic for Bosnia and Herzegovina because their leading scorer from the other night got injured. And that is a big blow because he was tough. Gegic, short. Bredzavicius down to Miniotis. Gegic defends well for a guard down there against the bigger players. Here's Barutas, Sulemanovic. Tough assignment for him, and Barutas throws it away into the hands of Gegic, who's fouled as he crosses midcourt. He has been on the verge of calling a timeout, Vedran Bosnic, but his team has kind of taken a few blows and seems to be waking up, although offensively they've yet to get it going. So Sayos comes into the game for Barutas. Sayos did not play in the first game, nor did Arnes Velichka. So Sayos, one of the first players off the bench today. And Stazauskas didn't play as much as he would have liked because he had foul trouble. He played 11 minutes and fouled out. Adic, the bounce pass, wonderful play. So that was Lazic with the layup. And Dimsha, who was solid the other night as well. Really good, in fact, in key moments anyway. Sulemanovic, over the shoulder pass, and Gegic, or Adic travels.
Substitution Bosnia and Herzegovina. On the corner cross, Sunny Champa. Substitution Lithuania.
Champa comes into the game. So he has not played in his country's first 3 games, so he also is among the first to get off the bench. So maybe the matchup, they like it more with him out there helping guard Girgionis, trying to wear down the veteran. Girgionis was important in the first win. Oh, the dunk! What a play by Dimsha. He is quietly really good, solid, although I wouldn't say that was quiet. That was explosive. So that leads to a timeout. Let's go down to the bench and try to listen to Vedran Bosnic. Well, you watch these European qualifiers, and now that we're old hands at this, having lived through the first one, the European qualifiers, it's not so much about survive and advance. It is about protecting the home court, getting as many wins as you can. And that is what allows you not only to advance, but to survive and make it to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Because it's one thing to get to the second round. 3 teams from the opening group will get to the second round. It's another thing to make it through the second round and to qualify. So Bosnia and Herzegovina will not want to drop 2 games in a row. They dropped serve at home. Now they want to break serve here in Vilnius. And that is easier said than done, especially judging by the way Lithuania have started. But Zavic just drives in. Well, that was a nice defense offered by Champara coming off the bench. Bosnia and Herzegovina really like to run. They like to get out and, you know, they like to ride their defense. They like to turn their defense into offense, and they haven't really been able to do that yet. Rabat, he didn't play the other night as well, from my recollection. If he did, it was only briefly. Just going to double check that. Remember, Halilovic is not available tonight. No, Rabats didn't play either. Rabats, he is a veteran, and he's in there now. And the key is you got to be ready when your number is called. And right now, it's all hands on deck for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Gear Jonas, shot clock winding down. He's going to put it up, and he's going to make it. Adic. Over to Musa. To the corner. And not getting the shots they want. Panava. Maniotis misses. Good defense and good rebound by Musa. Janan Musa. Adic gets in, attacking, looking for a foul, doesn't get it. And Normantis is fouled as he crosses midcourt, just the second team foul. And not a bad foul considering. However, Lithuania already with an 11-point lead, and the defense has to really pick up for Bosnia and Herzegovina. They need to create some chaos here. You feel like to get some easy baskets to get back into this. So the kick, and they'll put 14 on the shot clock. Lithuania will maintain possession. Well, Bosnia and Herzegovina won their first away game in the qualifiers, 85-75 in Bulgaria. So they do know how to put together a performance on the road. But Lithuania is not Bulgaria. And this is also bearing in mind they didn't win at all on the road when they played in the European qualifiers the first time for the 2019 World Cup. That was in Lithuania. But now they've got possession again. Lithuania have never lost at home in the European qualifiers. And nice drive, sliding in, Panovic. Excuse me, Panava. Aydin Panava, and now, oh boy, what a drive. Sayus, big, strong. He must have looked up to Roberto Sieftikas as he was developing. Oh, he saves it in bounds. Well, giving him a lift is Aydin Panava. Penova, excuse me, and 8 points the difference now. Bosnia and Herzegovina trying to toughen up defensively here. Sayas, Normantas, and Radzavicius is pushed down by Penova. Penova says he flopped, and then he goes, okay, let's see, let's have a look. Yeah, I think if he went down because of contact with Penova, then he goes down very early. That is quite a sight there, folks. The Lithuanian fans unfurling the Ukraine flag. And here comes Champara. And now the ball knocked away, but Kavicius with the steal, and Bosnia and Herzegovina cannot afford to turn it over cheaply, and certainly not their point guards. And Radzavicius misses. Here's Jonas. And Radzavicius fouled on the rebound. So Bosnia and Herzegovina is struggling to get the basketball. And it was Champara. Champara chopping at the bit to get in the game. But he's had a turnover. Now he's committed a foul, but they need him. Velichka now checks into the game for the first time in this series. Arnes Velichka plays for Napoli in Italy, 22 years of age, 1.96 meters in height. He is a point guard. And the first one goes. Radzavicius plays here with Rytas Vilnius. So, I don't know, maybe he stayed in the hotel or maybe he slept in his own bed. Normantas as well. Galius. So, Sayas goes out, 10-point lead. I would imagine Bosnia and Herzegovina will try to hold it for the last shot, but whether they're able to, that's another matter. Now that Kekic has it, let's see what he does. It's go time. He puts it up and he drops. Nice finish for Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was a difficult first quarter. They stayed within striking distance, and they get a little bit of momentum going over to the bench at the change. It's Lithuania 20, Bosnia and Herzegovina 12 at the end of one. So you can digest the numbers, 9 of 15 inside the arc for Lithuania. Here's a look back at the top plays. And while we do look at them, I'll say Tomasz Dimca with 6 points leads them in scoring. Lithuania, as you can see in the stats, 0 for 4 from three-point range. But they have twice as many rebounds as Bosnia and Herzegovina. 12-6 is their advantage. And remember, Halilovic not available after he appeared to sprained his ankle the other night. So again, hey, guess what, folks? You can scan in this QR code in your smartphone and get live stats and more. It'll take you to the European Qualifiers website, which is effectively on FIBA.basketball, and you can follow all the action there. And again, the Lithuanian flag beside the Ukrainian flag, showing support. And here is the drive, and oh boy, that was a tough drive and a tough finish. Kamenyash. So getting it back to a 6-point game. Bosnia and Herzegovina toughening up a bit. Demcha gets it out. Bukavicius followed up the miss. And the foul called, and I think Bosnic is starting to see his team wake up and play with the kind of competitive fire they're going to have to play with to even have a chance today. And corner three by Vrabac, not good. But Bukavicius loses it out of bounds. Good job, Vrabac, getting back and playing defense. And the turnover gets it back. Remember, both teams can seal their places tonight in the second round. Ball goes off of the hands of Vrabac there. A little bit harder for Bosnia and Herzegovina. They need to win, and they need Bulgaria to beat the Czech Republic, whereas Lithuania will move into the second round just with a win. But as we keep saying, even for the rest of the first round games, these teams will need to win as many games as possible as they try to get to solidify their standing, because the wins carry over into the second round. Adic is open. Adic yet again. It's a 5-point game. Aiden Adic, real leader in this team. Step back. It's good. Tomasz Demca has a habit of hitting some big shots for this Lithuania team. Benova gets down low. He's got to get rid of it. Gegic open. And good hustle. Getting it back and getting it swatted. And the ball goes out of bounds off Radzavicius. Great effort from both teams, but especially Bosnia and Herzegovina crashing the boards after Adic got blocked. He got it back again, and then he never gained control of it, but it went off of Lithuania. Gegic turns, he's fouled when he makes the shot. What a tough move. Well, he took advantage of the youngster, Velička. So 3-point play opportunity for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And he does make it. Now, the other night, they hit 13 of 18, which I guess is acceptable at the free throw line. Lithuania were 14 of 20. And Gegic with the foul. So nice recovery here. Interesting that Max Vitas is going with his youngster, Velička, giving him some valuable experience that's going to pay off probably for him and for Lithuania in the future. Here's Birutis. Nice jump hook for number 11. Gegic, little wraparound. Great recovery defense by Bukavicius. He wasn't having it, was he? Now the pass into the corner. Demša takes it back. Shot clock winding down. Fades, and the ball hit out of bounds. Oh, it's going to stay down here.
Substitution Bosnia and Herzegovina. On the court, number 22, Emir Slimanovic.
Lazic goes out. Sulemanovic is checked in. Now the shot from the right corner. Wow. Falling down, Demša. He's having himself quite a game today. 9 points. And the lead back to 10. Adic. And the follow. Good block by Birutis. Great hustle by Adic. I don't know if Adic, well, you know, what we saw the other night was Bosnia-Herzegovina really crashing the offensive boards after their teammates drove hard to the basket, but not having quite as much success this time. And I guess Lithuania learned that's kind of the plan. Galius back in the game. Strong rebound by Sulemanovic. Gegic, nice little pass. And again, Kamenic. And Bosnic has been teed up. He was just arguing, or he was just pleading, rather. He was pleading just on the possession before for a foul on the Aiden Adic drive. And this time, with Kamenic missing, he was complaining and he got slapped with a technical. Chance of Lietuva, Lithuania, here in Vilnius. So Gegic, yeah, a little bit too much arm there. Galius again, this is for three. If it goes, it does not. So a reprieve for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Can and Musa back in the game. And he's tripped up. Holds his ankles. His coach helps him up.
First person foul, substitution Lithuania.
Oh boy, that's an unsportsmanlike, surely. Demcha sticking his leg out. I'm not sure the ref saw that. At least I would have thought it might have been. Could be wrong. Adic gets it down low, and Rabat's just not big and strong enough to be able to go up and get that to go down. Step back, Demcha. Aiden Adic up ahead for the easy one, Sulemanovic. And that leads to a timeout for Max Vitas.
Let's go, girls.
Well, these games are a marathon, not a sprint. And you see peaks, you see ups and downs for each team. And you can never rest because team is only a run away from getting back in the game and potentially taking the lead. And Lithuania will know that. So Bosnia and Herzegovina commit a foul in the backcourt.
Bosnia and Herzegovina, 4 team fouls.
Bosnia and Herzegovina come the other way.
Foul number 6. David Asgalis, first personal foul.
So Gales commits the foul. Now both teams will be over the limit on the next foul. So you can see Bosnic. Well, he gets the call his way. So Normantas holding. So that means free throws for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Musa. The Italian referee, Lanzarini, just saying, "You're right, veteran. Just let's calm down now." But that's like telling a hungry lion that hasn't been fed for an entire day to calm down. Here we go. Zavicius looking on from the bench. The lead cut back to 7. Now Lithuania bring it up. Less than 4 minutes to go in the first half. The dump down low to Barutis, and this time the surrounded Sulemanovic knocks it out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock. And another chance after the Miniotas miss. And missed opportunity for Musa. Now Normantis running the other way. Out to Galius, finally gets it to go. Right from the corner of the wing there, at the edge of the wing. Musa, oh, what a step. Look at that, the Euro step. Woohoo! John and Musa cut him loose. And up and down on Normantis. Good defense from Sulemanovic.
Substitution Lithuania. Aikštelėje Gytis Radzevičius ir Arnas Butkevičius.
And now Musa has it taken away. The dump to Barutis. Not able to haul it in. Now Adic. Quick pass down low. Kaminyash. And Kaminyash just not able to finish with Barutis coming in. I don't know if Bosnic is thinking he's got to go up quickly on the other side before Barutis gets down the court. Oh boy, tough defense from Bosnia and Herzegovina, leading to the over and back. So timeouts. Lithuania still on top.
Igramo double horse do kraja. Edo, stani ovdje, Musa tu. On je 4, Suljo. Prvo, kad ti napravi bod, ako ti otvori da, ako ne, tačkaj. Suljo uzmi loptu. Edo, ako je agresivno, probaj backdoor. Ako nije, koristi oba na bloka. A ti onda rolaj poslije toga. Ajde, da ga damo, ajde.
Well, Bosnia hanging around, but just not really making enough progress here against Lithuania. It could happen, you never know. And maybe Lithuania will end up opening up an even bigger lead. Who knows? Aiden Adic steps back. They give him the 3, and he hits it right at the buzzer. And once again, it's a 5-point deficit. And the turnover. Rabats thought about it. Sulemanovic hands it off. Here's Adic. Tough defense for Lithuania. Normantas guarding Sulemanovic, who goes up and banks it in. Now it's a three-point game here in the final minute of the first half. Shizauskas gets to Normantas, now into the corner to Miniotas. Oh, it goes off of Normantas' foot. And now an unsportsmanlike foul has been called. A hold as Bosnia and Herzegovina go the other way. Old habits die hard. And this is a huge sequence. And Normantas just doesn't need to do that. 2 shots and possession for Adic. Let's listen to the coach. There's the giant Lithuania flag being unfurled. The patriotic fervor of these national team games. Lots of emotions. Adic makes the first, and Normantas, who seemed to remember playing pretty well in the first game the other night. And Adic does not make both. Normantas did play well. Yeah, he had 9 points. Didn't shoot particularly well, but did make all 4 of his free throws. Had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. But that's basketball. Those things happen. So he'll try to put it behind him and be ready next time. Rabats gets in, takes a very difficult shot, somehow gets it back. Adic travels. So what was a potentially game-changing possession or trip down the floor ends up with just 1 point for Aiden Adic. And now if Lithuania go down and score, you might want to jot that down as a key moment in the game. So Lithuania trying to take it down to the end. And good defense from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Not going to allow a good shot. Oh, no, he gets it off, though. And Ritzavic is almost getting a decent tap. But as it is, Bosnia and Herzegovina hold firm and go to halftime trailing by 2. It's Lithuania on top, 34-32 over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Well, see the numbers, pretty even up and down. Lithuania, a little bit more success on the boards, the steals, 1 more assist. Dempsa Birudis and Bukavicius leading Lithuania. Dimša's 13 is a game high. Adic, Sulemanovic, and Gegic leading the scoring for Bosnia and Herzegovina. So looking back at the highlights of a thrilling first half, one in which Lithuania had the better of the running in the first quarter, and Bosnia and Herzegovina came back late in the second quarter. And some of the other stats, Lithuania scoring 11 points off turnovers, off the 9 turnovers of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Also, Czech Republic up on Bulgaria 22-16 tonight, which is interesting. Obviously, these two teams will be curious. Look at Bukavicius. It's almost as if he passed to himself. He threw it off the rim, and he had enough hang time to be able to get it back and put it up and in. So just as a reminder, this is the European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup, which will be staged in Indonesia, in Japan, and Philippines. Lithuania, with a win tonight, can at least clinch their spot in the second round. Bosnia and Herzegovina, with a win tonight, would clinch a second round spot as well in the qualifiers if Bulgaria beat Czech Republic. And if Bulgaria beat Czech Republic, then Lithuania move into the second round regardless. But every game remains important in the first round, even if the teams clinch second round spots early, because wins carry over. So that means every game counts. (34-32), Lithuania on top of Bosnia and Herzegovina at halftime.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Jabashik gets to 3. That's a big score. Slovenia take the lead in the closing stages of this first quarter. Renatus, what a pass! Oh, baby! Throws it down. Well, Grashulis. Germany are going to put it up. No, they're going to pass it. And they get a 3 from Benzing. Wow. What a sequence. A 4-point trip down the floor.
Rosenthal draws the switch. Tough 3. Jumper, Vene knocks it down. It's good. Simson de Vene. That is why he was their leading scorer in window number 1. And Manis now pick and pop, finds Lomash. Well, Grace still here. Now what do we have here? Obasan throws it down with a bit of authority. Well, Obasan, great defense. And in transition, we've got Obasan Airlines. Alley-oop, and the dunk by Fusic.
persevering, staying with it, sticking to Abramovich. Now the fake, the handoff. Oh, I've had enough of this. Get out of my way. Koprivica throwing it down. And alley-oop. And Papagiannis flushes it and will go to the line for a potential three-point play. That's a good connection there with Papanikolaou, the second time in this game.
Canson gets it off. Good force. Tries to handle. Under 5 again on the shot clock. Defense is the winner at the moment. Oh, from the halfway, from the sideline. Good force. Nowhere to go. Right in front of the Croatian bench.
The lefty. Okban Ulubai, his first three, and now the steal right at the buzzer. Oh, he made it! He made it! Are you kidding me?
Emir Sulemanovic leading the way for Bosnia and Herzegovina tonight, scoring-wise. Here's a look at his production, his baskets. And Thomas Dempsey, you can see he's having himself quite a game as well here in the first half. So Bosnia and Herzegovina, you see they're shooting 8 of 20 inside the arc, 4 of 10 from behind the three-point line, and getting 5 points from the bench. And Sulemanovic again, 1 of 2 from deep, 3 of 5 overall. Has not been to the line. Look at that. Tremendous. Lietuva, go! Exclamation mark. Also, the Lithuanian flag and Ukraine flags also drawn on that. 11 of 22 from the floor for Lithuania. Inside the arc. And 3 of 11 from deep. 9 points from the bench. Wonder if he scanned in that QR code. Tomasz Demsa has been terrific. In the first game, Demsa had 8 points. He was 3 of 10 from the floor, but he did hit some big shots and made some big plays. But tonight, he's been even better. So Lithuania will qualify for the second round with a win, or if Bulgaria beat Czech Republic. And right now, Bulgaria is beating the Czech Republic late in the first half, so they've turned that around. They were trailing, but they're winning now 31-27. And Bosnia and Herzegovina will qualify for the second round with a win if Bulgaria beat the Czech Republic. And also, Bulgaria would qualify for the second round with a win, apparently. Interesting. I guess because they would have a sweep of the Czech Republic and they would have 2 wins, so they would win their head-to-head. And Czech Republic will be eliminated with a loss if Bosnia and Herzegovina beat Lithuania. So they were one of the better teams in the last European qualifiers, but the Czechs have not got the results that they needed this time.
Mindė tada išbėgs į kampą šitas. Dar nesigaus, pirų įmesti, lieka 80 sekundžių. Ieškom mečepo, ieškom mūsos, ieškom gero mečepo, žaidžiam iš viršaus. Ragai šonė 2 pradedam, ne? Davai, pradžiu. Ankstyvą pažaidžiam, davai.
Well, the pictures say it all, don't they? So Lithuania leading 34-32 here at the start of the second half. They have possession. And Max Vitas starting with his veteran guard, Georgionis.
Foul number 27, Adin Rabats, second personal foul.
And Jump shot, not good. And Sulemanovic couldn't get it, but gets it over to Rabac. Now pass down low. Back outside, Adic. Janan Musa dribbles left, passes it back over to Adic. Steps back and gets the three. Bosnia and Herzegovina have taken the lead. And solid defense. So here comes Bosnia and Herzegovina again. Done a great job recovering from the early deficit. And they try to hand it off to get a layup. Sulemanovic, shot clock winding down. He turns. And the ball intercepted. Here comes Butkavicius. Bounce pass, Demcha. And great follow by Butkavicius. I'm not sure if he tapped that in or if it was going in already. Lithuania led by 11 points at one stage. Now they've gone back in front. Rabac falls down and Musa able to get to it. Here he goes, steps over and hits a three. Goodness me. Woo! Galius has to say, wow, that was a pretty good shot. So they did give Butkavicius the tap on that last drive, the last bucket. Butkavicius, he has 6 points. Gurjonas has 2 points. Could be time for him to heat up. Well, Radzavicius answers with a three. Oh, Gitas. And now, Bosnia and Herzegovina's turn. Well, they go to the three again. Musa thought about it. Sulemanovic, quick pass, pump fake, and he travels. Lanzarini points to the spot and says, yes, you traveled. I love these expressions that we get of the players. Look at that. Great fans in Lithuania. Demcha crosses midcourt. Here Jonas Barudas gets it and flushes it. Barudas was just going on the attack, trying to get to the rim. Musa, and the ball chased down by Tomasz Demcha. And Musa reaches in and commits the foul. Woo, what a collision. Yeah, speaking of the Lithuania fans, I mean, we all know how they travel and how they support the team through thick and thin. But what I was really impressed by with Lithuania was after their heartbreak when they hosted the Eurobasket in 2011, when they got knocked out in the quarterfinals, the fans just came to the games after that. They just loved the basketball. It was almost like a mixture of they appreciate good basketball and they love it, but also it was their duty to show up. Nice shot by Gurjonas. You can't go to a game, watch this Lithuanian national team play here in Lithuania and not respect them and probably like them. And the ball doesn't drop, but they stay with it. And again, Adic doesn't get it to fall, and all of a sudden a run for Lithuania. Bukavicius gets in, fades. Bukavicius and Bosnia and Herzegovina on the back foot right now. Bukavicius back to Demša. And Bukavicius for three and just grazed the net. Musa might like this matchup. Nope, he's going to pass out to Adic. Now bounce pass down low to Rabac, who turns and gets in. Boy, that was a tough finish from Rabac. Good Jonas. He thought about chucking it up. He still might. Now he's guarded by Kamenyash. Yep. He's going to shoot it. He's able to get inside. Just so shifty, isn't he? The dump and great play by defense, by the Lithuania defense, and Bukavicius just falls down. Demša. Lithuania just feel like they're about ready to erupt on a huge run. They just haven't been able to make a couple of shots. Bosnia and Herzegovina just have to survive this. Demša with the foul. That is what you call dribbling into the storm. He had Demša all over him, and he also had Bukavicius waiting there to pounce. Maniotis in. Velicka also back into the game. And the dump, and they steal it. So another turnover for Bosnia and Herzegovina. That is their 12th turnover of the game. Gagic has been resting. He's back in the game. Velicka denied. Penova back in the game, hands it off to Musa. Oh, Musa, the ball just slipped out of his hands. And Brutus just went up and got it. And then he hugs on to Brutus. A little bit of frustration. It could be worse for Bosnia and Herzegovina, though. They have not been functioning well on offense, but Lithuania have, despite ratcheting up the defense, haven't been able to knock down some shots, and they've also kind of gone quiet at this end. Dangerous pass. 3-point shot, not good. And now a chance to run for Adic. This is where he likes to be. Puts it up and misses the layup. Now the pass cross court. Demša for three. Boy, that is big. That is a 5-point swing following the miss by Adic. Bosnia and Herzegovina call timeout.
Dao sam timeout da se smirimo malo, sve okej. Pulili smo 2 sicera, ali tu ste cijelo vrijeme. Ovaj tipično, da će oni trčat na naš šut, moramo nazad. Sve okej. Daćeš ga, Edo. Slušaj, visoki, kad mu pravite ta blok ovdje, kad idemo na ovaj ulaz, morate brže na sicer, jer ovaj stoji između, da se možemo odlučiti. Napravi blok, idi dole. Druga stvar, kad svičate, gledaj vamo, kad je Kameni 1 na 1 sa Čelovim, 1 na 1 ovdje, mora jedan sa strane fitirati, nemojte ga pustiti igra sam cijelo vrijeme. Znači kojeg mu idu, fitira da ide, vraća se, na 55. Njega, idemo ovako, idemo napraviti jedan double horn, on je 4, na njega, nastavi, Penava, slip, mali screen, vidi on svi 2 na 1.
Well, you heard the sense of urgency in the voice of Vedran Bosnic. He's about as intense as they come, and just trying to give his team not only the tactics, but the emotion they need to get across the finish line. Right now, they trail by 8 points. They're gonna have to beat a full court press. Begic gets it to Vrabac, they do. Begic from deep. This is everything. Penava goes down. There's Penava boxing out. Yeah, Galius did kind of slide in front of him there at the end. And now they have called a technical foul on, I think, Max Vitas, because they didn't call a flop. No, they've called a
Substitution Bosnia and Herzegovina on the court, number 11, Kameniash.
So they called the technical foul on Penava. So they did call the flop. Or maybe he said something. And I'm pretty sure what Coach Bosnic, Vedran Bosnic, was saying is we cannot lose the middle last side of the game. It's going to cost us. And Penava, you got to be mentally strong. Demcha. Bosnic has not been happy over there on the sidelines for much of the night. So Demcha goes back to the line after being fouled by Kameniash. Both free throws good. And Lithuania reasserting control now up by 11 points. Remember, they won by 1 point a few nights ago in Tuzla, Bosnia and Herzegovina. And a foul called. So Demcha goes out of the game. He's played well. Lazic back in the game. Now Gegic. Adic zips the pass, and Kaminas nudges it over to Vrabac, who makes the shot, but it will not count. Barudis whips it. They reverse it. Galius has it blocked. Adic. Bounce pass. Much better for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Seems like they're able to just kind of switch on, flip the switch sometimes, and all of a sudden we see the best version of Bosnia and Herzegovina. See if that triggers a run. And Galius has it taken away, but a foul called on Adic. First free throw is good from Galius. Piss. 3 points. Now 4. And again, it's an 11-point lead. Galius actually has 5 points. Good finish from Vrabac. Final minute of the third quarter. Galius, mid-range, good. He's carrying the offense. Three-pointer. Another chance. Kaminas gets it to Vrabac. Outside to Musa, who is fouled by Normantas. Here comes Musa now. And he was fouled by Meniotas. So 4.5 seconds left now. And offensive foul called on Gegic for clearing out with his arm. Oh boy, Bosnia steal it, and they put it up. That would have been interesting had Vrabac scored that. But as it is, they do not get it. And Lithuania heading to the fourth quarter lead. Bosnia and Herzegovina 55-44. Those are the shooting numbers, and we'll now look at the best plays from the third quarter. This was Brutus when he picked up the loose ball, went in for the dunk. Again. Well, if you haven't done so already, put your mobile phone up to that and get yourself the QR code. And you will be able to watch or see all the live stats and more. The fact that it allows you to watch the World Cup qualifiers, getting that app into your phone. Gagic drives in and they blow the whistle. So the foul on Brutus. Gagic makes the first. Only one of two. However, his teammate Musa chases down the rebound. Sulemanovic over to Gagic again. Gagic. They get after the basketball, but Lithuania come down with it. Brutus gets it to Bukavic as he gets swatted by Musa. And Bosnia and Herzegovina trying to take their defense to its most intense of the night. Trying to turn it up on high. Now Musa, guarded by Bukavic, puts it up for three. Goes in and out. Sulemanovic rebounds the miss. Grabac from the corner. Looks like Musa's shot almost went in. So foul called, and each team with a foul here in the quarter. Galius hits another three. Biggest lead of the game now for Lithuania, 13 points. Bounce pass to Gagic, who hangs in the air and gets it to drop. Velichka helps break the press. And now the ball goes off of Kamenyash. And Gegic, quick hands, knocks it out of Velička's hands, but he gets it back. And Velička fouled, so he will take a trip to the line. Well, they just called the body contact. So Kamenyash with the personal. He sinks both. Bosnia and Herzegovina in a little bit of a rush now, trailing by 13. I mean, they've still got time, but they'd like to get it down to single digits at least. Boy, what a rebound. And Sulemanovic just not good with the putback attempt, and now quickly they get it down to Barudas. Kamenyash trying to defend him. Pass it back out to Galius. Oh boy, he has been lethal. He's been throwing in daggers. The lead now 16 points. And Kamenyash fouled from behind by Normantas.
Foul number 2. Marcus Normantas, 4th personal foul. Substitution on the court.
So Edin Adic comes back into the game. 6 minutes, 39 seconds. 4 fouls on Normantas. He goes out. I mean, you figure, what would you have to do if you're Bosnia to win this game? You need to score quickly. They just did that. You would like to force some turnovers and get some easy buckets, and you would like to hit some three-pointers. And you absolutely must make any free throw. And you can't turn the ball over yourself. But you got to get the stop. And right now, number 6 is drilling it. Time is of the essence. Adic. Here comes Lithuania once again. And the ball knocked out of Barudas' hands. So of interest to these two teams, the Czech Republic and Bulgaria game, and the Czechs are leading that 41-40 at halftime. Hungary, meanwhile, have beaten Montenegro for their first win, and France, despite trailing against Portugal, have come back to win 69-56. And the pass intended for Kamenyash, but just a little too high. 5.5 minutes remaining. Steps back, Velička. Puts another one up. Kamenyash spins, turns, puts it up and in. The deficit is 14. You just got to keep playing. Both teams really, and you got to keep playing. You got to keep believing in your chances. If you're Bosnia and Herzegovina, you got to dig deep. But again, it doesn't become easier with Demša coming back in and Gurjonis. A lot more experience on the court now. Dempsey dribbles left, gets in the paint, puts up a little runner, and can you believe it? Miniotas with a tap and a chance for a three-point play. Three fouls on Adic. Gegic spins, turns. And the foul, so it's just hasn't gone well enough for Bosnia and Herzegovina. It wasn't for lack of effort. They battled back to take the lead, and it was tight, but in this fourth quarter, it has just not been their quarter. They've been outscored 13-7. Remember, they're down by just 2 points at halftime. They're outscored 21-12 in the third quarter, and now they've been outscored 13-7 in the fourth. Timeout.
Nastavi do kontakta, ti moraš prepoznat to kad ideš, dobar napad, kad ideš, kad je vani i kad nemamo ništa na dole iz tranzicije, šta god, drugi visoki idemo na drugu stranu. Pomaknite i sa strane na stranu, ne samo za ovu utakmicu, nego da naučimo micat loptu sa strane na stranu. Idemo ovako, kad je na sajdu nemojte svičat odmah, samo na sredini, agresivno. Sljedeći napad je jedan lom sa backscreenom. Šta je bitno? Poeni su bitni, igramo do kraja. Do kraja igramo, ajde.
Well, certainly you could say the big game in this little mini series in the middle of this window was the first game, which was in Tuzla, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was tight. They had their chances, and now they're on the road and in hostile territory. It's been all Lithuania here late. They lead at 68-51. And the pass intercepted by Gegic. Good defense by Bukavich, just knocking it out of bounds. And Bukavich is almost forcing another turnover. Adic from the right. Bosnia and Herzegovina just struggling to score. Lithuania more than happy to take a little bit of time off the clock. Jonas switches to his left hand now. Kaminyash, outlet over to Adic. And foul number 4 on Lithuania. And traveling is the call on Musa. So Bukavich hears some applause as he goes out. Jonas from deep. And Kamenjaš able to get it, and they end up with a layup to get it back to a 15-point deficit. Gytis Radzevičius with the Lithuanian fans turning up the volume. And he will go to the free throw line with 2:27 remaining.
Substitution Bosnia and Herzegovina on the court, number 27, Adin Vrabats.
So Vrabats back in the game when Savicius makes the first, and it's going to take a minor miracle now for Bosnia and Herzegovina. As Savicius makes both. Velička comes back in. Gegic drives in. Miniotas, quick pass to Gurgionis. Passes back. Oh, wonderful passing. And Miniotas is fouled as he goes up. Lithuania about to punch their ticket for the second round and stay unbeaten in the process. So 4 fouls for Gegic. He's going to check out. Adic gets in, throws it off the glass and in. And Vrabats appealing for the referee to call the elbow. Might have a point there. He's like, okay, I know, okay, you got it, but he did throw an elbow. So Radzevičius makes both, and Sajus comes back into the game. Sajus took some type of body on his eyebrow, sporting a Band-Aid now. And the pass goes through the hands of Kamenjaš. Point advantage for Lithuania, cruising to victory in the second meeting between these two teams. Velička. Bosnia and Herzegovina will not be dead. not by a long shot. They'll still have a lot to play for. But it just kind of illustrates how nothing is easy. I guess Lithuania are always going to be the favorites in this group.
Bosnia and Herzegovina. On the court, number 0 is
So Ismet Seyf is checking into the game for the first time. And the Lithuanian coaches congratulating each other for the win. It's not just the players, it's the coaches that have to put in a lot of work preparing for each opponent. Gergionis gets in, and a little bit of icing on the cake. Just seems like Bosnia and Herzegovina have just kind of run out of steam here in the fourth quarter. Understandable. Also, they were without Halilovic, arguably their best player. Well, certainly their best player in the first game. And that's how it's going to finish. Lithuania take another big step towards not just the second round, but the FIBA Basketball World Cup. They win twice against previously unbeaten Bosnia and Herzegovina. Lithuania prevails 77-56 over Bosnia and Herzegovina here in Vilnius. And as you look at the numbers, perfect free throw shooting for Lithuania. We weren't really talking about that much, but that's always a good sign, isn't it? They won the battle of the boards, each team with 11 assists. Bosnia, to their credit, ended up with more steals in the same number of assists. Demsha with 19 points, leading all scorers. 15 for Gales, who was really big in the second half. Here's a look back at the highlights. And also worth bearing in mind that Lithuania scored 15 of their 77 points off the 19 turnovers of Bosnia and Herzegovina. They also had 13 second chance points, 12 fast break points, 34 points in the paint to 30 for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And I think probably this is a very big stat in this game. 36 points Lithuania got from the bench. Not surprising. Their bench has always been strong. But just 10 points from the bench for Bosnia and Herzegovina. So in other words, I think Lithuania kind of wears you down a little bit with all the bodies, and Bosnia and Herzegovina have to rely a lot on their 6-7 man rotation. Lithuania ended up with their biggest lead of the game at the end, 21 points. And Again, it was only a 2-point game at halftime, but Lithuania outscored Bosnia and Herzegovina 43-24 in the second half here at the FIBA Solutions Group Arena. And it was interesting to see Galius come in and make a lot of plays tonight. He provided some impetus. So it hasn't been a great window for Bosnia and Herzegovina and Vedran Bosnic, but they still battled as we're accustomed to seeing Bosnia and Herzegovina battle. But you just have to give credit where it's due, and Lithuania were superior in the two games. So from the FIBA Solutions Group Arena here, Lithuania. Just forget the numbers in the loss column. Lithuania have their, in fact, just forget all that stuff. Lithuania are up at the top, 4 wins. Bosnia are 2-2, and Bulgaria are not 3-1. They are 1-3 and battling away with the Czech Republic. Well, Lithuania took on a very good Bosnia and Herzegovina team in this window, and they beat them both times, moving closer to the World Cup.